to Nether Regions TV. Yes, hello again, it's me, Jean Exceptionale here, broadcasting once again from our home. Hopefully we'll be back in the studio soon, but never mind, because boy have we got a jam-packed edition for you today. Yes, and thank you all ever so much for all of your comments. I am still learning as I go, aren't we all? And as you know, I'm not that technologically advanced, but I have since moved the cat litter tray out of the way. And hopefully you won't hear too much banging from Keith. He's been working hard, haven't you, Keith, to try to, erect a, it doesn't matter. Anyway, goodness me, what a lot we've got in store. I mean, we've got all the usual features, weather updates with Gail, Lolita, keeping abreast the travel, missing persons, crime corner, and who's the daddy. And despite coronavirus ruining almost everything, well, today is still our scheduled special edition. Because, of course, today should have been our annual summer sausage festival and doggy regatta. And this weekend should also have been our wedding day, but never mind. With all his humping and drilling, I don't want to marry him anyway. I'm only joking, darling. He's not listening. Anyway, so all our scheduled special guests will hopefully still be dialing in and joining us throughout this evenings, including the gardening lady. I'm ever so sorry, I've forgotten her name. We've got the spoon lady expert. We've got Auntie Iain Exceptionale, who'll be showing us how to cut a piece of cheese. Oh, and we've got the long-awaited appearance of Godfrey Wessex Barnsley, who was in the Antiques Roadshow in 1985. I'm very much looking forward to that one. Oh, and then there's Mystic Barbara, Agony with Aunt Lil, which takes us to 9 p.m, after which we've got our dogging expert, who'll be talking to us all about dogs. So I'll be seeing you shortly, but first let's join Gale Force for the weather, if the link works. So where are you broadcasting from today, Gale? Do I press any? Oh no, don't press anything. Are you there, Gale? Good evening. And welcome as ever to Nether Weather, taking a good look at our Nether regions. And it's not good news for the weekend, I'm afraid. Starting then in Wedgie-cum-Sprinkle, heavy showers are expected around midnight, which could lead to flash floods in Clenching Bottom and Lower Dangle, which may, in turn, cause the River Von Peepee to breach its banks again, so residents of Ripping Trouser do beware. Powerful thunderstorms are also likely, with loud rumbles already heard in Pumpington and Pottymouth. Further south, patchy dryness still lingers, and it's becoming quite sticky in Big Butt and Middle Piddle, although in the early hours temperatures will plummet, especially in Nips Tweaking and Yawning, dropping to well below freezing in Shrivelwinky and Blue Balls Wood. Come sunrise, a lot of hot air stubbornly remains in Trump's Passage, creating a very muggy feeling, which then combines with the high winds that were previously just nipping at Winnet under Table. But by breakfast time, they will have gathered strength and speed as they reach Piggin pastures, who are of course at the height of their muck spreading, thus stirring up that silage stench of the season with such force to loosen the manure and send it flying. Warning, expect a repeat of the great shitstorm of 1987. I'd certainly avoid visiting Chipolata and Little Parping for a few weeks at least. And then, as the day staggers on, there's little respite for the rest of you, I'm afraid, as by midday, coastal regions such as Makewater and Little Gusset will be first hit by Tropical Storm Fifi, spreading to all parts and climaxing in our nethers, bringing us terrible wind, heavy rain, and raising our temperatures from 24 to 38, making us sweat in every crevice from cocksniff to floater on the water. That's it for now, so please stay safe and keep an eye on your nethers. Bye-bye. Oh, well, thank you, Gail. Goodness me, what a lot of weather. It's a good job my wedding has been cancelled with no refund, or we'd all have got drenched. Now then, speaking of wondering if I'm ever going to look nice again, I'm ever so sorry, but I'm so used to not getting dressed in lockdown that I didn't realise that I was still wearing my pyjamas at the top of the show. Please excuse me, but I have since got changed. I can only apologise if that little moth hole in that cheeky spot got picked up by the camera, perish the thought. But anyway, continuing in the spirit of honesty, amongst the goodwill and generosity the residents of the Nether Regions pride themselves upon, there are some quite vicious and dark crimes being committed on an alarmingly frequent basis around these parts. Well, I am pleased to report that the Phantom Allotment Urinator has since been revealed as Kevin Strawberry of Little Mustard Landscaping, but Peggy Lardon of Swingball Neighbourhood Watch is dealing with him, so rather you than me, Kevin. And so, for today's Crime Corner, our witness who wishes to remain anonymous is Sue Garter from Chunky Middle. So in order to preserve Sue's identity, we would normally film guests in silhouette and distort the voices. However, due to lockdown restrictions, this is not possible. So Sue has done all of that herself and sent in this pre-recorded tape. Oh, run VT, please, Keith.
Press action. Right, well, I'm going down back alley. I'm going to pick up a tricycle for a minute. And this goose appeared from garden. He looked right at me. I was like, "What you doing, goosey?" He probably winked at me, laid an egg at my feet. I don't know, that's all it was. I was so it was all right here. Instead of feather on his back, it was all hairy. Well, I let out a squeak and I said with a breathing back, "Oh, I can't help it." Well, I carried on to the shop past this lovely meadow of poppies and I realised it was not a bird, it was a poodle. And after that, I realised I was quite troubled because despite being doggy, it was actually quite handsome. I never had a picture about poodle before, so I was so distracted and I left my tricycle in bed and I thought about all the way home. So, if anyone's got poodle's number, I'd be very keen to speak to him again. But, stop now, because I need to go to the toilet. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, goodness me, Mary. Oh, Keith has just reminded me what anonymity means, so we've changed Sue's name to Mary to preserve her anonymity. So apologies to you-know-who for that error. But what an unnerving story. Who would have thought poodles could be so cunning? But if anybody has since seen that mauve tricycle, please do call the Nether Regions Police immediately. And now then, after such a traumatic story, I'm afraid there's more bad news, I'm afraid, from Godfrey Wassett Barnsley's. And believe me, no one's more devastated than me. Because after teetering on his top shelf trying to retrieve his Clarice Cliffs, he slipped and dislocated his bowling arm. So thoughts and prayers are with you, Geoffrey. But Keith is going to pedal round later, in the hope to get you on later in the show. He hasn't used his bicycle since Frankie said relax, but fingers crossed. And until then, well, we could all use a little bit of support, so who better than everyone's favourite agony aunt, Aunt Lil. Are you there, Lillian?
Oh dear, what can the matter be? One's got a nasty stain on one's lavatory. Ask Lil.
Good day to you, viewers, and welcome to another informative session of top tips and handy hints for all your domestic problems, all solved by me, Aunt Lil, using only your common garden or contraband chemicals. So let's see who's in the postman's sack this week. Now, firstly, we have Geoffrey from Bulging Cum Handful writes, Dear Lil, we love you so. Who needs RuPaul when you give us all the guidance we need? Amen to you. But please help. The protruding stamens on my orange lilies have shed pollen all over my off-ivory Berber carpet. What's a boy to do? Oh, well, Geoffrey, I hope you've been practicing your downward dog, because you're going to be spending the afternoon on your hands and knees. But first, you'll need some kerosene and cotton buds, a lighter and 2 plasters, or 3 if you have a moustache, but I think you have better taste. Next, under a good light, I find Tiffany lamps too harsh, but an MI5 interrogation spotlight ideal for this. Now, dip your bud in the kerosene and then generously smear over each soiled loop until sodden, and do remember to sodomize any neighbouring loops too, just to make sure. Next, place the 2 plasters over your eyebrows, if you have them, and then take your lighter and apply the flame to your kerosened carpet, and thus you have successfully removed all traces of the pesky pollen. Best of luck, Geoffrey. Now, who do we have next? Oh, yes. Dear Lil, please save my bacon before my parents return from holiday, writes Jason. I was on a health kick and decided to make borscht. I put 20 beetroots in the food processor and forgot to secure the lid. Now my muttie's brand new kitchen looks like a massacre took place. What's the silly boy to do? Oh, Jason, well, you are a silly boy, that's for sure, but don't worry. Aunt Lil is here to save you with her quick tip. All you will need is 2 hands and 2 plasters, a lighter and an aerosol can of hairspray. I recommend Elnet. Now, cover your eyebrows, depress the nozzle and ignite the spray. It should now resemble a blowtorch. Now, carefully navigate the raging inferno around the kitchen, ensuring you blast every splattered spot until all problem areas have been covered. This will successfully remove all traces of your beetroot massacre, and your parents need never know. Godspeed, Jason. And then finally we have time for one more, and this is Sonia from... Now, I don't think Sonia's a very pretty name, so I'm going to call her Sarah instead. Sarah from Little Humping writes, Dear Lil, thank you for helping me keep my house, home and head together with all your quick fixes and old wives' tales. Now, Sarah, I'm sorry, but I won't tell you or any of my naughty fans again. There are no old wives here. The words I speak are true, tried and tested in my own mock Tudor mansion. And who wants to be a wife anyway? If you must know, I have a life partner by the name of Linda, and together we have all we could wish for. Now, Sarah asks, I live on a busy road and can't seem to keep my windows clean inside or out. What's a girl to do? Well, Sarah, fear not. Your understandable embarrassment will soon be a thing of the past. All you will need is a hose, a keg of kerosene and a match, a hot day and a pair of trainers. Then when the wind is blowing away from you, you know what to do. I think you're more intelligent than your name and your postcode suggests. And then, as the hypnotic dancing flames lick the walls and envelop your house, you can run to the estate agents and pick yourself a new one, and not in the Midlands. So there we are, that's all for this week. Sorry? Really? Oh, I'm so sorry. I've missed out a short poem from Sal in Beaver's Girdle. Dear luscious Lil, violets, oh no, roses are red, violets are blue. I want to bang you and my brother does too. Oh. Well, Sal, that's very kind of you and your brother. Thank you very much. That won't be necessary. So that really is all for this week. Linda's making poached tripe for supper. So don't forget to join me same time next week when I'll be advising and examining you on all your embarrassing health problems. All the best ointments for any rashes, irritations, discharge. I'm waiting. Ciao!
Oh dear, what can the matter be? Nothing no more, 'cause Lil's satisfactory. Ask Lil.
Thank goodness for Lil.
I'll certainly be watching keenly next week. I've got a few problems in the downstairs area myself. But now, time for our regular segment and a firm favourite of mine, Nature Time, where every week we focus on a new, different nature animal, or, now all under the watchful eye of our brand new animal expert and lover, Professor Jackie McNecky. So thanks to Jackie for dropping everything and getting to us as quickly as you did. And speaking of dropping everything, Daphne, we do hope your fingertips grow back quickly. And we are sure that eventually you will feel brave enough to come back and work with us again. But so, on this her very first assignment with us, we join Jackie in her back garden as she investigates the most superstitious of all birds. Can you guess which ones? One for sorrow. Wait for it. Two for joy. That's right. It's the mysterious magpie. Jackie, it's over to you.
No. What you did here? Oh, you come back in 5 minutes, you hear me? Look, I've only seen one magpie. I need to see two. Oi, look, I can't afford any more bad luck in my life. Look at me. He's cleaning his car out there. You're making me shout. I'm never going to see another one. My life is going to be ruined forever, and it's all your fault, and you don't realise it. Will you come back in 5 minutes? Piss off, will you?
I don't know. She's having a meltdown. Well, I was hoping I'd get time for a swift gin before I speak to Barbara, but well, wish me luck. Oh, stop. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry about that, everyone. And for the foul language, it's Professor Jackie's first day. I can only assume she's nervous. We'll possibly be returning to see if she's had any luck later on. Well, let's hope so for all our sakes. And next up, if she's ready a little earlier than programmed, as always, we're very lucky to have back our once-in-a-blue-moon guest. Well, contractually is once every 6 months. Yes, here she is, bringing us her unbelievable insights into what awaits us between now and Christmas. It's the Oracle of the Otherworld, the Beyonce of... It's Mystic Barbara. So I've got to check that she is there. So I wonder if she's ready.
Greetings, Jean.
Oh, greetings, Mystic Barbara. You were ready.
Oh, I was born ready, me, Jean.
Oh, very good. So how are you keeping during lockdown, Barbara?
Very well, thank you, Jean.
Oh, good. So, please tell us, Barbara, are there any lessons you've learnt during lockdown?
There certainly are, Jean.
What are they, Mystic Barbara?
If you look deep down, you will never be out.
Oh, very good. Thank you. Anything else?
She who casts the first net catches the first fishes.
Castanets. Oh, I don't think I'll be going to Spain anytime soon, Barbara.
What?
It's just my little joke. But Mystic Barbara, before we get your predictions for the rest of the year, when we spoke to you last December, you told us 2020 was going to be the ultimate year of good luck, great health and prosperity, and in my case, our summer wedding. After your expensive consultation with Hyman, the matrimonial god, you even chose our specific wedding date.
This was only good.
Just wondering how you felt about that now. Any thoughts, Barbara? Do you see Keith and I getting our money back or going bankrupt? I'm sorry, we can't hear you, Barbara. Please, can you speak up?
Problem.
That's odd. We could hear you a moment ago, Mystic Barbara. Goodness me. There's microphone problems at Barbara's end, it seems, so do bear with us, please, while we try to... Keith, I'm trying... Oh, sorry, darling. Oh. Goodness me, it's all going on. We need to stop here for an urgent corona update. Apparently there's a super spreader in our nethers, and not for the first time. So, well, hopefully we can pick up tomorrow evening with the gardening lady. What's her bloody name? And the spoon lady and Jean Exceptionale and Who's the Daddy? But for now, thank you so much for joining in, and we'll see you very